The golden afternoon sun poured over the bustling downtown street as Jake Morrison, 34, walked home from his modest auto repair shop. His gray t-shirt was still smudged with oil, proof of another long day spent fixing cars and helping neighbors. Get back on the road. For Jake, it wasn't just a business. As a single father raising his 7-year-old daughter, Sophie, every repaired engine was a way of keeping hope alive, for himself and for others. Life hadn't been kind to him. 3 years earlier, a tragic car accident had taken his wife. He had been left to raise Sophie alone, fighting through grief while trying to keep his small garage from shutting down. But the kindness of his community during those dark days had saved him. And since then, Jake had promised himself he would always pay that kindness forward. Just as he turned a corner, the sound of a car engine failing caught his attention. A sleek black sedan sat stranded across the street, its hood open. Beside it stood a woman in a navy blue business suit, phone in hand, her blonde hair shimmering in the sunlight as frustration filled her face. But it wasn't just her distress that caught Jake's heart. It was the little girl inside the car, no older than Sophie, her pink dress and ribboned pigtails framing a worried face. Jake's instincts kicked in. He crossed the street. "Excuse me," he said gently. "Looks like you're having car trouble." "I'm Jake, own Morrison Auto Repair just down the road. Mind if I take a look?" The woman ended her call, sizing him up with cautious green eyes. "I'm Elena Hartwell," she replied. "I was calling for a tow truck, but they said it'll be at least 2 hours. Jake offered a reassuring smile. "Before you spend money on that, let me check. Sometimes the solution is simpler than it seems." Elena hesitated, then glanced at her daughter, who was watching them anxiously from the window. Finally, she nodded. "That would be very kind of you, Mr. Morrison. I have an important meeting, and I'm already running late." Rolling up his sleeves, Jake leaned over the engine. Within minutes, he spotted it. A loose battery connection. A fix so simple, it made him smile. "Good news," he said, tightening the terminal. "You'll be back on the road in no time." Relief washed over Elena's face. "Mr. Morrison, you just saved my day. How much do I owe you?" Jake shook his head. "Please, call me Jake. And you don't owe me anything. This was a 5-minute fix. I'm just glad I could help." Elena looked stunned. "I can't let you work for free." Jake glanced at the little girl, who was now grinning through the car window. "I've got a daughter about her age. I know how important it is to have reliable transportation. Consider it a favor, one parent to another." The girl rolled her window down. "Thank you, Mr. Jake. I'm Lily, and you're very nice." Jake chuckled warmly. "It's my pleasure, Lily. That's a beautiful dress you're wearing." Then Lily asked the kind of question only a child would dare. "Do you have a little girl, too?" "I do," Jake smiled. "Her name's Sophie. She's 7, just like you." Elena turned the key. The engine purred perfectly. Her relief was now mixed with gratitude. "Jake, I truly can't thank you." "Enough. Is there anything I can do to repay you?" Before Jake could respond, Lily piped up again. "Mommy, maybe Mr. Jake and Sophie could come have dinner with us. That would be a nice thank you." Elena blushed, embarrassed by her daughter's boldness. But after a pause, she surprised even herself. "Actually, that's not a bad idea. Would Saturday evening work?" The beginning of something more, that. Saturday, Jake and Sophie walked into Elena's warm, welcoming home. The table was set beautifully, the aroma of home-cooked food filling the air. Sophie and Lily instantly bonded, drawing pictures and giggling together. Meanwhile, Jake and Elena shared stories of struggles and dreams, both parents carrying scars of the past, both trying to balance careers with raising their daughters alone. Over the weeks that followed, dinners became frequent. Outings together turned into traditions. Slowly but surely, friendship deepened into something more. Elena discovered in Jake a steady kindness she hadn't known she needed. Jake found in Elena a strength and warmth that brought light back into his life. And the girls? Sophie and Lily became inseparable, sisters in every way but name. The Whisper. That changed everything one evening. Lily handed Jake a crayon drawing, 3 smiling stick figures standing by a car. "That's you, Mommy, and me. We all look happy." Jake smiled, touched. But then Lily leaned in close and whispered, "Mr. Jake, I think you should marry my mommy. She's been sad for a long time, but she smiles a lot when she talks to you. And Sophie could be my sister. We could be a family." Jake's breath caught. He smiled gently. "That's a big decision, Lily, but I think your mommy is wonderful, and I'm glad we're friends." Lily only grinned. "Don't worry. I'll ask Sophie, too. If we both want it, maybe it will happen." Love repaired, family restored. 6 months later, it did. Jake and Elena's relationship blossomed naturally, built on trust, shared laughter, and countless small acts of love. Sophie and Lily thrived, their bond only growing stronger. Exactly 1 year after that broken-down car brought them together, Jake knelt by the same spot and proposed. Elena's yes came through joyful tears, while Sophie and Lily squealed and hugged. 2 little girls who had wished for a family and seen it come true. At the wedding, both girls walked down the aisle as flower girls, grins brighter than sunlight. Later, Lily handed Jake another drawing, 4 stick figures under a giant heart. "See?" she said proudly. "I told you. I'm really good at knowing what people need." Jake hugged her tightly, eyes glistening. "Yes, Lily, you helped us become a family." As Jake looked around that day, his wife, his daughter, his new family, he realized the truth. The most important repairs he had ever made weren't to engines or machines. They were to hearts. And sometimes it takes the wisdom of children to remind us that families aren't only built by blood, but by love, choice, and the courage to care.